Look. Oops. Huh. Okay, let's. Why is it like that? Okay, what the heck? What mods there have added that stupid one? There's like 2 different ones about your firstborn. Like,
Legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Protect yourself right.
what the heck was I doing? Too many quests.
What are you doing that for?
Can I help you?
What can I do for you, friend?
Could have left it. I could have put it back where it came.
Is someone... There?
Here we go!
You think I'm afraid?
Victory is yours!
Can I help you? What do you need?
I need you to wear a less embarrassing helmet.
Lead on, then.
Still here.
Let's get going.
Why is this stealing? Did you have to do that,
Help you?
Oathguard? Oathguard, the not housebroken. Okay, what was I doing? I picked up something. I don't want to give it to Oathguard anymore, though.
Trouble on the roads and cities means less commerce. Less commerce means less money and more starving people. And that... means more crime.
Why is there a carpenter's workbench in here?
could have left it behind. I could have put it back where it came from.
Need something?
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
Heard there were wolves on the road up north.
I know you.
Where was it?
What can I do for you?
Oh,
It's nice to
You're
receive
getting
good
something
news.
for me.
Then there's no time. The source of the poison do this task for me, and you'll be well on your way to a title. Good. Report back to me when your task is complete.
Another quiet day, I hope.
Yes?
Wanted to say something to
I'm right behind you.
What are you doing? I'm on your side.
No, you're on the wrong side because you're in my way.
What can I get for you?
There's an apothecary in town, yeah, but it's down on the lower walkway, so stay sharp if you go down there.
you. Yeah!
was that?
But he was wielding a shard and seal.
Found you.
Sword and shield.
I'll bury you.
Oops. To a respectable investor, it seems our expedition to Autumn Shade Clearing has met with some resistance from its inhabitants. I know this isn't the first time, but if you would provide us with a few more men and supplies, we are certain the treasure there would yield a return on your investment. This time, for sure. If not, we could begin searching for prospects outside of the rift. A swift reply would be most appreciated. ABCs for barbarians. A is for Atronach. B is for Bungler's Bane. That does not sound familiar. C is for Comberry. That's it? They gave up at C. Fall from Glory by Nithilis Ladari. The Thieves Guild of Skyrim is something of an enigma. Within the last few decades, their order has gone from one of the largest, most influential criminal organizations in all of Tamriel to a small group of stragglers barely able to wreak havoc in their home city of Riften. Although evidence that could explain this rapid decline has never surfaced, speculation has run rampant. One theory holds that the guild suffered a loss. It's strongly believed that their guildmaster was slain by one of their own. This guildmaster, known only as Gallus, maintained strong ties with many of the influential families in Skyrim. When he perished, those bonds perished with him. Without these bonds, the guild could no longer safely operate within Skyrim's holds. A second theory suggests that the guild is experiencing some sort of mystical curse, causing normal activities for its members to become exceedingly difficult. While there is no solid evidence to support this theory, the last 2 decades have seen an unusual rise in failed attempts by the guild to execute highly lucrative heists. Reasons for the presence of this supposed curse is being attributed to everything from the aforementioned murder to divine interference. In order to solve this mystery once and for all, I've spent the last 2 years infiltrating the Thieves Guild. Initially making contact with them in Riften proved difficult as they're quite wary of outsiders, but through repeated efforts I was able to gain their confidence. It's my hope that once I've gained access to some of the guild leadership, I can learn more about their decline and publish a second volume of my work. Although helping the guild perform their petty crimes brands me as a criminal, I feel that it's a burden worth bearing. The mystery of the Thieves Guild's fall from power needs to be solved once and for all as a matter of record and as a footnote to Skyrim's history.
hear something?
Haha, found you. All you got?
Victory. For now. Get ready. Trouble ahead.
Will you be quiet? We're sneaking here.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? Huh? No. Oh.
Time to end.
Gonna wear that tail as a feather.
Wow. That's sick. Oh.
Death awaits you. You think I'm afraid of you? But Ismir, you'll pay for that.
We sure showed them, eh?
Lets himself get some.
Corundum.
Are you sure you
Conundrum.
can find your way? It would be easy to get lost in here.
Shut up. Okay. Gimme. The Battle of Sancrator. No author. In the Second Era, 852, allied Nord and Breton forces crossed the borders into Cyrodiil and occupied the major passes and settlements in the Gerol Mountains. Making their headquarters for the winter at Sancrator, the Nord-Breton allies dared King Culekine's new general, Talos, to assault them in their mountain fastnesses. When they learned that General Talos had mustered an army in the dead of winter and was marching to assault Sancrator, they were elated. Sancrator was impregnable, its citadel on high cliffs overlooking the lower city, nestled in a high mountain basin, with steep, unscalable cliffs in their rear. The Cyrodiilic army was small, poorly trained and outfitted, short on rations, and unprepared for winter campaigning. As their ragged units assembled in the lowlands beneath the citadel, the Nord-Breton allies confidently assumed that their enemy had delivered himself into their trap. The citadel was not only protected by an unscalable cliff in front and unscalable heights in their rear, but the entrance to the citadel was magically concealed under the appearance of a large mountain lake in the basin beneath the heights. Accordingly, the Nord Breton allies left on a small force to defend the citadel, descending through lower passages to attack and overwhelm the cold, hungry Severdilic forces before them. They expected to defeat, overrun, and annihilate General Talos's army, leaving no one to oppose their springtime descent into the Cyrodiilic heartlands. Thus did General Talos lure the Nord Breton allies to their doom. Leaving a weak force in the lowlands to draw out the defenders, General Talos approached the citadel of Sancretor from the rear, descending the supposedly unscalable heights behind the citadel, and sneaking into the supposedly magically concealed entrance to the inner citadel. This remarkable feat is attributed to the agency of a single unnamed traitor, by tradition a Breton turncoat sorcerer who revealed both the existence of an obscure mountain trail down the heights behind the citadel and the secret of the citadel entrance concealed beneath its illusory lake surface. While the Cyrodiilic army in the lowlands fought a desperate defense against the Nord Breton sortie, General Talos and his men entered the citadel, swept aside the sparse defense, captured the Nord Breton nobles and generals, and compelled them to surrender the citadel and their armies. The confused and demoralized Nord captives, already suspicious of the scheming high rock sorcerer aristocracy and their overreaching dreams of Heartland's conquests, deserted the alliance and swore loyalty to Tiber Septim. The Skyrim generals joined their rank and file in Tiber Septim's army. The High Rock Battle Mage command was summarily executed, and the captive Bretons imprisoned or sold into slavery. Thus was the concerted allied invasion of Cyrodiil foiled, and General Talos' army swelled by the hardened Nord veteran troops that played so crucial a role in General Talos' succeeding campaigns, which consolidated the Colovian and Iberian into the core of the Cyrodiilic Empire, and which resulted in the crowning of General Talos as Emperor Tiber Septim. Historians marvel at Tiber Septim's tactical daring in assaulting a fortified mountain citadel in the dead of winter against vastly superior numbers. Later, Tiber Septim attributed his unwavering resolve against overwhelming obstacles to have been inspired by his divine vision of the Amulet of Kings and the tomb of Reman III. The young Talos may indeed have been inspired by his belief that he was fated to recover this ancient sacred symbol of the Covenant, and to lead Tamriel to the high civilization of the Third Empire. Nonetheless, this should in no way reduce our admiration for the dash and genius of this defining military triumph against impossible odds. The Homilies of Blessed Almalexia, a series of children's fables, each with its own moral. Sotha Sil and the Scribs. Young Sotha Sil, while playing in the egg mine, saw a number of scribs in a deep shaft, and he began to cast stones upon them, snickering as they skittered and scattered, until one of the scribs, lifting its head up in agony, cried out to Sotha Sil, "Please, please have mercy, little boy, for what is sport to you is suffering and death to us." And so Sotha Sil discovered that the idol of amusements of one, I think that should be idle amusements, may be the solemn tortures of another. Lord Vivek and the contentious beasts. A Shulk and a Kaguti were strutting back and forth in a foyada, casting aspersions of one another's looks. "You are the ugliest creature alive," the Shulk told the Kaguti. "No, you are the ugliest creature alive," the Kaguti told the Shulk. For each thought himself most handsome and the other most ugly. Then Lord Vivek chanced by and settled their dispute. "No, you both are the ugliest creatures alive, and I will not have my pleasant sojourn spoiled by your unseemly squabbling." So he dealt them both mighty blows, shattering their skulls and silencing their argument, and went merrily upon his way. And thus Lord Vivek proved that ugliness is as much in one's manner as in one's appearance. sure he proved that, but it does sound at least partly true. Anyways, Lord Vivek, that's the guy that you can throw up on in the online game, right? In Skyrim Online. The Boiled Kaguti. It is said that if a Kaguti steps into a boiling pool, he will leap out immediately to avoid harm. But if the Kaguti is standing in a pool, and a wizard slowly raises the temperature, measure by measure, to boiling, the Kaguti will calmly stand in place until he is boiled. Thus we see that we must be alert not only to the obvious danger, but also to the subtle degrees by which change may result in danger. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure lots of paranoids, though, will quote that. The Dubious Healer. Once upon a time, a Telvanni issued forth from his tower and proclaimed to all the world that he was a mighty and learned healer, master of all alchemy and potions, and able to cure all diseases. Lord Vivek looked upon this wizard and listened to his boasting, then asked him, "How can you pretend to prescribe for others the cure to all diseases when you are unable to cure yourself of your own manifest arrogance and foolishness?" Oh. The Gwar and the Mud Crabs. The Gwar were so tormented by the other creatures they did not know where to go. As soon as they saw a single beast approach them, off they dashed in terror. One day they saw a pack of Nyx hounds ranging about, and in a desperate panic all of the Gwar scuttled off towards the sea, determined to drown themselves rather than live in such a continual state of fear. But just as they got near the shoreline, a colony of mud crabs, frightened in their turn by the approach of the Gwar, scuttled off and threw themselves into the water. "Truly," said one of the Gwar, "things are not so bad as they seem, for there is always someone worse off than you." Do mud crabs drown? The Wounded Netch. A wounded Netch lay himself down in a quiet corner of its feeding ground. His healthy companions came in great numbers to inquire after his health, yet each one helped himself to a share of the fodder which had been placed there for his use, so that the poor Netch died not from his wounds, but from the greed and carelessness of his erstwhile friends. And so it is clear that thoughtless companions may bring more harm than help. And they shall remain ever careless. Oh no. No, 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 no.
A new hand
Touches the beacon. Yeah.
Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple.
And I have no polite words to...
You will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath.
You didn't say the magic word.
I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Like a kazoo or... Oh god. Leafnar. Oh. Hey, give me that. God, why are there so many, like, utter sociopaths in Skyrim? Frickin'. Tappa, tappa, tappa.
What can I do for you, friend? Stopping by now.
Can I help you?
I'm still here.
No, I don't think so.
Is someone there?
Yes. You have to ask the
Thought I
answer.
heard
Yes.
something.
What the? Go away.
What you want?
Whoopee. Ow.
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawn Guard too? Truth is, I'm a little nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you?
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, well, you made it. Never seen a crossbow before, eh? Not surprised. Kind of a Dawn Guard specialty. Nothing better for putting down vampires. Here, take this one and give it a try. You'll want to get to know how to use it if you really plan to join the Dawn Guard. Never seen a crossbow before, eh? Not surprised. Kind of a Dawn Guard specialty. Nothing better for putting down vampires.
Oh, man. I have... What? Test. Okay, what is happening? Why am I hearing myself? There.
Can I help you?
What can I get for you?
An apology. Oh, wait. It's not doing what I think it's doing, is it? Oh, it seems to be working.
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawn Guard too? Truth is, probably killed lots of vampires, huh? I'm sure Isran will sign you right up. I'm not sure he'll take me. So,
Well, well. Never seen a... Here, take this one and give it a try. You'll want to get to know how to use it if you really plan to join the Dawn Guard.
Here to join the Dawn Guard? Good. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. Go on, he's right inside.
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here. The Vigilants are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
Now you want to come running to safety with the Dawn Guard. Is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawn Guard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Carset is dead. The Hall of the
So
Vigilance.
who are you? What do you want?
You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for
Why
you?
do I even post guards? This is the headquarters of the Dawn Guard. It used to be. A long time ago. As you can see, we have some work to do to restore it to its former glory. But maybe you want to help me with that. I need someone out in the field taking a fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell him about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You Vigilants were never trained.
I know what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendarr granted you do not
I
have
think
the
you're
means to
religious,
gain
not
attention
jobs. You just
and be found
like going around punching people that you think are heretics. You're nothing but thugs. Puppies. Skilling and Bran. I should get a doggo companion.
Stupid dog.
Hey! One more out-of-line comment from you, and you can go back to that dingy little river I picked you up from. You hear me? I should have said muddy little river. Need some better lighting in here.
You need to concentrate, boy. Try it again.
Ow. Was he foghorn leghorn?
Take a deep breath and let it out.
Let's cook up some.
That's it. Watch the recoil. Takes some getting used to.
Oh wait, salmon jerky?
You'll get the hang of it. Concentrate, boy. Try it again.
Oops. What? When did I pick up stone flesh?
We've stopped. What is it?
Watch the recoil. Takes some getting used to. That's it.
Day spring.
What can I get for you? still here. Can I help you? Certainly. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Let's get going. I'll be sure to put it to good use. We should keep moving.
I'm right behind you.
Okay. Morning Star, Book 1 of 2920, The Last Year of the First Era, by Karlovac Townway. First of Morning Star, 2920, Mournhold, Morrowind. Almalexia lay in her bed of fur dreaming, not until the sun burned through her window, infusing the light wood and flesh colors of her chamber in a milky glow, did she open her eyes. It was quiet and serene, a stunning reverse of the flavor of her dreams, so full of blood and celebration. For a few moments she simply stared at the ceiling, trying to sort through her visions. In the courtyard of her palace was a boiling pool which steamed in the coolness of the winter morning. At the wave of her hand it cleared, and she saw the face and form of her lover Vivek in his study to the north. She did not want to speak right away. He looked so handsome in his dark red robes, writing his poetry as he did every morning. Vivek, she said, and he raised his head in a smile, looking at her face across thousands of miles. I have seen a vision of the end of the war. After 80 years, I don't think anyone can imagine an end, said Vivek with a smile, but he grew serious, trusting Almalexia's prophecies. Who will win, Morrowind or the Cyrodiilic Empire? Without Sothasil in Morrowind, we will lose, she replied. My intelligence tells me the Empire will strike us to the north in early springtide by first seed, at the latest. Could you go to Artaeum and convince him to return? I'll leave today, she said simply. The 4th of Morning Star 2920, Gideon, Black Marsh. The Empress paced around her cell. Wintertide gave her wasteful energy, while in the summer she would merely sit by her window and be grateful for each breath of stale swamp wind that came to cool her. Across the room, her unfinished tapestry of a dance at the Imperial Court seemed to mock her. She ripped it from its frame, tearing the pieces apart as they drifted to the floor. Then she laughed at her own useless gesture of defiance. She would have plenty of time to repair it and craft 100 more. The Emperor had locked her up in Castle Giovese 7 years ago, and she would likely keep her here until he or she died. What? With a sigh, she pulled the cord to call her knight Zook, until he or she died. With a sigh, she pulled the cord to call her knight Zook. He appeared at the door within minutes, fully uniformed as befitted an Imperial Guard. Most of the native Kothringi tribesmen of Blackmarsh preferred to go about naked, but Zook had taken a positive delight to fashion. His silver reflective native Kothringi? His silver reflective skin was scarcely visible, only on his face, neck, and hands. Your Imperial Highness, he said with a bow. Zook, said Empress Tavia, I'm bored. Let's discuss methods of assassinating my husband today. Right. 14th of Morning Star, 2920, the Imperial City, Cyrodiil. The chimes proclaiming South Wind's prayer echoed through the wide boulevards and gardens of the Imperial City, calling all to their temples. Yeah, I'm not reading all that.
I'm right behind you.
What can I do for you, friend?
Take a deep breath and let it out as you fire. You need to concentrate, boy. Try it again. That's it. You'll get the hang of it.
What can I do for you, friend? I'm right behind you.
Watch the recoil. Take some hit.
Let's get going.